Game one of the Western Conference Finals is tonight. Let's break down the game. Let's break down the series. So in this series, I'm picking OKC in 6. I think it's going to be a hard-fought series. I just don't believe in the Timberwolves. I love Anthony Edwards. As a fan, I would love to see a Minnesota Timberwolves, New York Knicks NBA Finals. That would be the most entertaining option in my opinion. I'm just not there yet. As a realist, I'm just not there yet. The way that the Timberwolves barely skated by the Golden State Warriors, I know they beat them in 5. I know some of those games were definitive, but a lot of those games they were trailing at half. They were kind of playing with their food. The Thunder, they played a much tougher series, much more impressive series to me. It's not really that impressive to beat Golden State without Steph Curry, and to have so many of those games be kind of close games, kind of tough fought games. That's not nearly as impressive to me. So I think OKC, I think they're going to give them fits with their depth. They're bringing Caruso off the bench. They're bringing Kason Wallace off the bench, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, Jalen Williams. They got so many bodies they're going to throw at Minnesota. I think it's going to be really tough for Minnesota. I'm really interested to see how Alex Caruso is refereed in this series. If he's allowed to assault Julius Randle the way he assaulted Nikola Jokic, going to be a very long series for the Timberwolves. So that's my prediction for the series. Thunder in 6. Going to be a great series, though. As far as the game tonight goes, I'm picking the Thunder tonight. I know they just came off of Game 7, but they didn't really have to play in that second half. It was a blowout. And we saw in the last series, Minnesota, they came out Game 1 flat. They had a bunch of days off coming off of that Lakers series. They came out against the Golden State Warriors team that had just went in 7, and they came out Game 1 flat. They got their ass kicked in Game 1. I think we're going to see the same today. The Wolves, they kind of tend to play with their food a little bit. They're not as serious as you want a basketball team to be that's at this stage of the season. So I think they're going to come out a little bit flat tonight. OKC, they get to stay home. They didn't have to travel or anything like that. They're rested, not having to play a really tough Game 7. The first quarter was tough, but then after that, it was smooth sailing. So I think they're still going to be in rhythm. They're still going to be fresh. They're going to take it to them tonight. It's going to be a good game, but I'm picking OKC. I'm really interested to see in what OKC does with some of these matchups. You assume that Hartenstein is going to defend Rudy Gobert for most of it. What's Chet Holmgren going to do? Is he going to be allowed to kind of roam? Is he going to play Jalen McDaniels? What's he going to do? Because I think Caruso is going to get a lot of that Julius Randle matchup. If it's a lot of Chet Holmgren on Julius Randle, look for Randle to bully him in the post. But it's going to be really interesting to see how these defensive matchups lay up. I'm really excited for this series. I think it's going to be the better of the two series. Picking the Thunder tonight, picking them in 6. Let me know in the comments what your guys' picks are.